Things came to mind when you were sharing your story. I remember years ago I used to have a good friend. I don't even know if he's around anymore, but he told me to read On Wounded Knee, and it gave the history of the Native American tribe. All I can say is I was only able to read half of it because it was painful. So maybe one day I can go back and finish it. And then the second thing, as you were sharing your story, it took me to become an adult to really learn what the real true Thanksgiving was. And, I'm glad I know what really took place. Although I enjoy Thanksgiving because I'm with family, but I'm glad that I know what happened on Thanksgiving.
We don't celebrate it. It was not what the world portrays it to be.
So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I felt like one of the children sitting here, even though I know the story. But how important is it for your story and other stories like it to be part of the curriculum for our young kids? Because the correlation between Africans and natives, and I didn't put Americans because that came later, once America, but natives and Africans. You mentioned about the drums. That was a form of communication for the natives and the Africans. And I look at your attire, and I think about the quilts from the Africans that told a story. And, I just want to know how important it is. I don't know how much history is shared at the young age here about that, but it is a part, just like we say Black history is American history, Native history is American history as well.
Yeah,
and you all were here before anybody. Yes.
Now, this nation was built on Native Americans. So it's a shame that I literally quoted you a percentage, but Native Americans make up less than 2% of the U.S. population. Whereas African Americans are around 20, like early 20%, or 22%. It used to be 20%. But it's very important, and that's why I go from school to school and from place to place to talk about our culture, because there's a lot of ignorance from children to adults as to who Native Americans are and where we exist, where we live, where we come from, how we live, how we continue to have cultural retention within ourselves. Our tribe is a very educated tribe, and we've allowed cultural retention to be the focus to allow the younger children to continue to bring that legacy forward. And so even in my home, I teach my children the culture. They know how to make Indian fried bread. They know what our culture is all about when we go in or when we're in our home. They know what the drum beat sounds like because we have our hand drums in the house. And we know how to wear our regalia. And everything that I make, when I wear and present, I make. And I'm a buckskin traditional dancer. So I have to take all that leather and I have to teach people that this is how you do this. So when I go from place to place, it's children's audiences, and I've spoken for the FBI, I've spoken for the United States Navy, Naval Base. So it's not just children, but it's like debunking the myths as to where we came from, how we started, and where we are today. And a lot of people, I can walk right past them and they'll never know that I am 3/4 Native American. They'll never know that. They'll just look with me, and like I said, with the flick of a pen, that meant that people looked, judged, and said, this is what you are. So we are going back in our tribe and erasing those and going back and having birth certificates reversed and actually having mulatto taken off, mixed taken off, white or black taken off, and actually having Native Americans put on. And I am a card carrier enrolled citizen of my tribe, and I do carry my card with me. So. And
your presence is so important for the children too, because if they see older films of Cowboys and Indians, most of them were played by Italians, and so it's important for them to see your look and actually see what a Native American
and there are a lot of Native Americans here that I have actually networked with in Virginia. Our tribe is based in New Jersey. We're the Delaware, New Jersey Indians. Nanticoke is from the Delawares. Lenni Lenape is the originals from New Jersey. And we're a Lachtigo tribe, Nanticoke, Lenni Lenape. And so we are from the Algonquin tribes from this area, which is why I teach our culture, because it's part of the Algonquin tribes. And due to assimilation, we migrated. And so we're from here through Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, New Jersey, Delaware, Oklahoma, and Canada. That's where my people are. And so it's a very important thing to show people different facets of what make us up and why we continue to learn our language and have partnerships with like William Penn and the University of Pennsylvania to teach our language back to our own tribe when we were told we could not speak. And so the singing, the dancing, the songs, our hair, our make, the way we're made, it's so important to continue to share this with people and go from place to place. So people really do say, wow, there are still Native Americans. So thank you so much for allowing that opportunity.
The last thing, and I promise this is the last thing, but here in the city of Portsmouth, there was the first black judge, Archie Elliott, and he was given the first black judge, and later found out that he was Native American. And now he proudly wears, goes to, I don't know what the events, powwow.
Oh, I encourage you. If
Yeah.
you've never been to a powwow, please visit powwows here in Virginia. The one I go to a lot is the Nottoway tribe, but there's many more tribes that are here that come. And they also, on this side of the water, I believe, Mount Trashmore is what they'll have powwows there too. So I go to different ones, even though I go back home to my powwows. But if you've never been to a powwow, it's enriched with culture, language, singing, dance, food. I mean, it's so much immersion when you walk in that the colors, literally, sights and sounds are going to just blow you away. And so if you've never been, please remember me. And the next time you hear or go to powwows.com and look under Virginia, check out when the next ones are. Engage, have fun, and have a blast. Because those are open to the public, but our gatherings are closed for us.
Repeat your name again.
And my name is Tanya Liveman.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.